The day of my parents' funeral was one of the darkest of my life. The grief was unbearable, a weight pressing down on me from all sides, made heavier by the sudden finality of their absence. My parents had been larger than life, not only in the love they gave, but in the empire they built. As the mourners came and went, expressing condolences and sharing memories, I felt the hollowness of their absence settle into my bones. I returned home later that evening, the house unusually quiet, the echoes of the funeral still lingering in every room. It was then that my parents' lawyer, a stern but kindly woman named Margaret, arrived with documents I hadn't expected. "There's something you need to know," she said gently, handing me a thick folder. "Your parents wanted you to have everything, the company, the assets, everything they built." I opened the folder in disbelief. Inside were legal papers, board agreements, and an inheritance declaration that left me nearly speechless. A $150 million shoe company, built from scratch by my parents, was now mine. I had known they ran a successful business, but the scale of it, the worldwide operations, the celebrity endorsements, the contracts, the international franchises, was staggering. Suddenly, the grief of losing them was intertwined with the crushing weight of responsibility. I spent the night reading through financial reports, production schedules, and marketing plans. The company wasn't just valuable, it was a legacy. Every shoe design, every store location, every distribution contract carried decades of effort, vision, and dedication. My parents had poured their lives into this empire, and now it rested in my hands. The question was simple, yet terrifying. Could I live up to their legacy? Could I guide this $150 million company, keeping their vision alive while making it my own? The following morning, I called the board of directors, many of whom had been loyal to my parents for decades. "I am stepping in as CEO, I announced, my voice steady despite the tremor of nerves beneath it. "I will continue my parents' legacy, and I expect the same dedication and excellence that you gave them." Some were supportive, some skeptical. After all, I had no prior experience running a company of this scale. But the message was clear. I was taking charge. The first months were brutal. I had to learn everything quickly: supply chains, international markets, celebrity partnerships, design trends, and financial management. Mistakes could be catastrophic, but I threw myself into the work with a mix of desperation and determination. I stayed in the office late into the night, memorizing reports, analyzing competitors, and understanding the intricate details of the business. Every decision carried weight. The wrong step could cost millions. The right step could solidify my leadership and honor my parents' legacy. As I grew more confident, I began implementing changes. I modernized certain processes, introduced innovative marketing strategies, and focused on employee engagement, ensuring that the workforce felt valued and inspired. I respected the foundation my parents had built, but I wasn't afraid to innovate, to take calculated risks, and to infuse my own vision into the company. Slowly, the board and employees began to see me not just as the heir, but as a capable leader. One particularly challenging moment came when a major investor questioned my ability to lead. "You're inexperienced," he said bluntly during a board meeting. "This company is worth millions. Can you really handle it?" I remained calm, presenting detailed reports, strategic plans, and forecasts that demonstrated my understanding and capability. By the end of the meeting, even the most skeptical board members had nodded in approval. I realized then that respect wasn't given. It was earned through knowledge, courage, and consistent action. Within a year, the company began to thrive under my leadership. Profits increased, new markets opened, and our brand grew stronger globally. We launched innovative shoe designs that captured the attention of celebrities and influencers, and our marketing campaigns resonated with a younger, trend-conscious audience. Every step I took felt like a tribute to my parents, a way of honoring their hard work while proving that I could lead in my own right. But it wasn't just about the business. Taking over the company taught me about resilience, responsibility, and the value of legacy. My parents had left me not just an empire, but a challenge. A call to rise above grief and fear, to transform loss into opportunity, and to ensure that their vision endured through my leadership. Every decision I made, every success, every risk, carried the memory of their dedication and the responsibility of their trust. As CEO, I also focused on giving back, something my parents had always valued. We established charitable initiatives, supported sustainable manufacturing, and created programs for young designers to break into the industry. I realized that a legacy isn't just measured in profits or fame, but in the positive impact a company has on the world and the people it touches. Years later, when I walked through one of our flagship stores, seeing customers excitedly picking out shoes, employees confidently managing operations, and designs that had become iconic worldwide, I felt a profound sense of accomplishment. The grief of my parents' passing had transformed into motivation, their absence into a driving force. The $150 million shoe company was more than a business. It was a living, breathing testament to their vision and my ability to carry it forward. Reflecting on the journey, I realized that inheritance is never just about money. It's about responsibility, leadership, and courage. My parents had trusted me not only with their wealth, but with the values, culture, and vision they had built over decades. Taking over as CEO was terrifying, yes, but it was also empowering. I had proven to myself and to the world that grief and loss can coexist with ambition and achievement, and that a legacy, when honored correctly, can inspire new heights of success. Now, as I sit in my office overlooking one of our global headquarters, I often think of my parents. I can almost hear their advice, their encouragement, their pride. I know they would be pleased, not just at the company's growth, but at the dedication, perseverance, and integrity with which I led. Taking over the shoe empire was more than a career move. It was a journey through grief, a test of leadership, and ultimately a reaffirmation that their legacy was in capable hands.